Let me ask you a simple question. How many programmers idea did your people use today, or I can say every day, before even brushing your teeth? Just think about it. Your alarm rang, you unlocked your phone, you checked your WhatsApp, you watched Instagram, you booked an Uber, you paid using UPI, you searched something on Google, you listened to Spotify, you ordered breakfast, or you opened YouTube without realizing it. Hundreds of programmers' ideas helped you before your day even started. Now, here is a big question. What exactly do programmers do? Do they simply write code, or is there something much deeper? Most of us thinking programming means coding, but actually not. Programming means solving problems by using some languages as code. So, like if you got some problem, or problem statement means just think about it. And if you found solution means start coding. Best example, book my show for booking tickets without standing in the queues for long hours. Book foods through Swiggy, Zomato without traveling and waiting for some time in restaurants. Now also through virtually we are learning through many apps, and many more problem statements are available around us, and one of the solution is apps that we are using. Today we are going to begin a journey not just to learn C programming but to learn how software is born. Welcome everyone. I am Premanand, and in this series, we are not going to memorize programming syntax. Instead, we will learn something much more valuable. We will learn how to think like a programmer, because programming is not about typing code. Programming is about solving problems. Whether you later learn C, Python, Java, C++, Rust, or Go, whatever, the thinking process remains exactly same. This series is designed for complete beginners. Maybe anyone preparing for placements to understand the logic, or even anyone curious about programming, you are in the right place. Imagine this. Today morning, your grandmother asks you, can you make a cup of tea? Would you panic? No, right? Why? Because you have seen some people, you already know the steps. Now imagine something different. Instead of asking you, assume you are having your pet dog, she asks your pet dog, can your dog make tea? Of course not. Now imagine she asks a robot, can the robot make a tea? The answer is yes, but only if every single instruction is clearly explained. For example, take a cup, pour water into a vessel, turn on the stove, heat the water, add tea powder, add sugar, and add milk, boil, filter it, then pour into the cup. Every tiny step must be described. Now think carefully. Is not a computer also like a robot? A computer is incredibly fast. It never gets tired. It never forgets. But it cannot guess. It only follows instruction. When you compare uh, human and computer, by default we all know human have sixth sense, and also depends on the scenario he or she reacts by analyzing. But with respect to computer, it process faster. We need to give external instruction to follow any kind of a process. In simple, computer requires precision. Many people think programming equal to coding. That is not true. Coding is one step in the programming. So, programming is the process of solving a problem. Coding is only one step in the particular process. Fine. So let's understand something. Problem, think, steps, instructions, computer, solution. So the programming starts from the problem. Every software ever created started because someone had a problem. Need to send messages? WhatsApp. Need direction? Google Maps. Need online shopping, Amazon, Flipkart, Mizo, many things we have, right? Need video streaming, Netflix, Amazon, Hotstar. Need AI assistance, ChatGPT. Every application begins with one simple thing, a problem. The programmer's job is not to write the code. The programmer's job is to solve the problem. This is where many people wrongly understood what the meaning of programmer means. Coding is simply the language used to explain that solution to a computer. Let's do something together. Imagine we have a robot. I want the robot to brush its teeth. Can anyone tell me the instructions? Wait for some time. So jot it out the algorithms behind every steps. So the typical answers will be like take a toothbrush, open the toothpaste, apply the toothpaste, brush your teeth, wash the brush, rinse the mouth. Now you can ask me like did everyone give exactly the same instruction? No. Again, differs from person to person. They'll add, open the tap, close the tap, remove the brush. Remove the toothbrush cap, put the cap back. Humans fill in missing details automatically. Computers do not. Computers require precision. This is one of the biggest differences between humans and machines. Now, let's give these instruction a proper name. Whatever we have discussed about toothbrush, computer scientists call this as an algorithm. An algorithm is simply a finite sequence of well-defined steps used to solve a problem. Notice something important. Algorithms existed long before computers. So the recipes are algorithms. It may be prepared Italy or gravies anything. Traffic signal follows algorithms. ATM machine uses algorithms. Google Map uses algorithms. Even our morning routine is an algorithm. Programming did not invent the algorithms. Programming uses algorithms. Now, suppose I tell the computer, please calculate my salary. Will the computer understand English? No. So, computers ultimately understand electrical signals represent as binary, that is zeros and ones. So, how do we communicate? We need a bridge like human, English, programming language, machine language, that is zeros and ones, computer. So, programming languages exist because humans and computers speak different languages. In this series, our bridge will be C. But before learning C, we must learn how to think. Any idea what code is this and what it explains? Don't worry, if you understand, it is fine. And if you don't understand, also, it is fine. So, by the not only understand every line, you will able to write much larger programs confidently. So every programmer needs a proper journey, needs a proper roadmap to understand the process, like why programming, how humans solve problems, how computers think, algorithms, flowcharts, pseudocode, programming languages, why C, writing programs, problem solving projects. Every episode builds on the previous one. So don't skip. Programming is like constructing the building. Without a strong foundation, the upper floors won't stand. So we need to understand the foundation. Today's mission is simple. Choose one everyday activity. Example, making a tea, brushing your teeth, withdrawing money from an ATM, ordering food online, booking a train ticket, packing your school bag. Write the steps in as much detail as possible. Don't write any code. Just write the instruction that develops our logical thinking. Today, we did not learn C. You learned something far more important. Every software begins with a problem. Every problem is solved through a sequence of logical steps. Programming is the art of converting those steps into instruction that a computer can execute. In our next episode, we will explore how humans naturally solve problems and why understanding the process is the key of becoming a great programmer. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel. Share it with someone who just beginning their programming journey, and I will see you in the episode 2.